From factory floor to fortune, Khaby Lame, the silent king of TikTok and the fragility of viral wealth. Khaby Lame is a historical figure in internet culture who turned a factory layoff into tens of millions of dollars. But the craziness of sudden, massive wealth is that it creates a false sense of immortality. If he doesn't aggressively protect his money from taxes, bad investments, and the inevitable end of his viral fame, he could easily find himself living a very ordinary life again. Khaby Lame, real name Khaby Lame, was born in Senegal, West Africa, on March 9, 2000. When he was just 1 year old, his family moved to Chivasso, a small industrial town near Turin, Italy. He grew up in public housing. Until his early 20s, he lived a completely ordinary life. Until the COVID-19 pandemic changed everything. Khaby Lame is the most followed person on TikTok in the world, boasting over 160 million followers. The concept: he became famous for his wordless comedy. He silently reacted to overly complex, absurd life hack videos on the internet. The signature move? He would watch a ridiculous hack, look directly at the camera with a deadpan, tired expression, and simply extend his hands with his palms facing up, as if to say, "Why are you doing this? Just do it the normal way." Khaby Lame is the most followed person on TikTok in the world, boasting over 160 million followers. The concept? He became famous for his wordless comedy. He silently reacted to overly complex, absurd life hack videos on the internet. The signature move? He would watch a ridiculous hack, look directly at the camera with a deadpan, tired expression, and simply extend his hands with his palms facing up, as if to say, "Why are you doing this? Just do it the normal way." The silent brand. He rarely speaks in his videos, which makes his humor universally understood, breaking all language barriers. The fact: before TikTok, he worked as a CNC machine operator in a factory. He was laid off in March 2020 due to the pandemic. He spent his days in lockdown making videos. Khaby Lame is no longer just a meme. He is a highly structured corporate entity. Estimated earnings? He reportedly makes around $10 million to $15 million a year, and growing. Brand deals? He charges around $400,000 to $750,000 for a single sponsored TikTok clip. He has worked with massive brands like Hugo Boss, where he walked the runway and starred in a global campaign, Dream11, Binance, and Fortnite. Ventures. He has launched his own merchandise line, invested in tech startups, and is heavily involved in the Web3/crypto space. He has also signed multi-year television deals in Italy. Management. He is managed by Alessandro Reggio, a high-powered entertainment manager who helped transition him from a viral sensation to a global corporate ambassador. For someone so famous, Khaby has remained relatively scandal-free, but there have been a few notable bumps. The citizenship issue. For years, despite being born in Senegal and living his whole life in Italy, he did not have Italian citizenship. Italian law is notoriously difficult regarding citizenship. He faced bureaucratic racism and debates in Italian media before finally getting his passport in 2022. The Miami mansion drama. In 2023, the owner of a $50 million mansion in Miami, where Khaby was staying temporarily, called the police on him and his entourage, claiming they were refusing to leave and were squatting. Khaby's team proved he had a valid lease agreement, and the owner was actually the one breaching the contract. It was a messy legal dispute that painted a slightly chaotic picture of his entourage. The sellout accusations. His core fan base occasionally turns on him, claiming he sold out because his early videos were organic and funny, whereas now they are highly produced, corporate-sponsored advertisements featuring famous celebrities. Becoming rich overnight messes with human psychology. Khaby is currently surrounded by luxury cars, private jets, expensive watches, and a massive entourage. When people get rich fast, they often suffer from lifestyle creep, spending millions to maintain an image of extreme wealth. If his income drops even slightly, the massive overhead required to maintain that lifestyle will drain his bank accounts rapidly.